me is live. I'm not sure which one it is. It's on 2 people right now. I got a few more minutes to go, but have your email address listed through the university. So when we stream these videos, you don't have to be dedicated to YouTube to watch them. Since most of these classes on Sunday, most of our classes is really so you can get educated. So you do want to be able to get credit for your classes. That's if you're planning on being a distributor. So you want to make sure I have your email address. You can email me and give me your email address, or you can go through the university website and sign up at the top. So right now I can't put you on my chat. Right now it just shows me that I have people in the class, but I can't put you actually physically, virtually in my class. So yeah, give you 2 more minutes. I don't know why I'm sounding muffled. No idea. But let me just get this screen up. So that's one. I don't really need this. I don't think I need this one up. As far as I know, I have no idea. Let me just leave this one open. So I want to close it out and then I do something dumb. Okay. So Ivy can do that. Now, so I know for sure. Okay. Okay. Hey, Libra Goddess. Hey, Gia. And Tiana, look, this is just my typical Sunday morning. Last week, so I had a few family emergencies, and because of those emergencies, plus I ran out of tea bags, so I have a lot on my plate right now. And so keep Johnny Angel in your prayers so she can just get out of the situation that she's in. So she can just get out of the bondage that she's in. Because right now she's technically in bondage. Okay. So hopefully she'll be released on Tuesday. That's what I was told. But I don't know if they're gonna release my daughter or not. And I need for my daughter to be able to come home. We just had a really, really bad situation go on, and somehow they got a hold of my daughter. So I had that to deal with as of last week. Her birthday was Thursday, so she was already in custody. Johnny Angel went in custody Wednesday. So we didn't do nothing for her birthday. This Labor Day weekend, our goal was for her to be able to have a good Labor Day weekend. Pretty much, she's gonna go to the studio. We're gonna do some music because that's what she wanted to do for her birthday. She just wanted to go in the studio, and we're gonna take her down to Hilton Head. Just do some things. She's 17 now, and none of that happened. Nothing has happened. So this ain't no thug. Did you say thug life? This ain't no thug life. This some crazy shit, baby. This is unfortunate. This is very, very unfortunate. I did a stream. Was that Mother's Day? I did a stream regarding my children because I don't have all 3 of my kids. You never seen me with all 3 of my children. And if you know me, if you watch my feeds, or you know me, you know why you don't see all 3 of my children. You really only see one. You only see Seanjari. Okay, so Johnny Angel was supposed to be home. She was supposed to be here for her birthday. And she just had some really bad grandparents. And she has a really terrible judge. and she has a really terrible, like, everybody in the world's not bad, but a lot of people in the world are just sick. And there are a lot of sick people when it comes to my family. So she wasn't able to come be with me for her birthday. And instead of her grandparents just bringing her to me, I was supposed to go pick her up. They took her to the courthouse and said they were scared of her. And so they admitted her into a hospital. And juvenile probation talked to me Thursday. I didn't even know where my daughter was. I was supposed to go pick her up Thursday. And I called the grandfather, and he basically made it seem like let me see, this must be important. Okay, I was going to say, this must be extremely important that you're calling me on Sunday morning. We want to make sure it was extremely important. So I called him, so I'm like, I'm supposed to go come pick my daughter up. And he basically just said, we can't deal with her no more. And, her dad's in the penitentiary. He was in the pen before she was even born. So that's his daddy. So we just don't have a good relationship. And I'm like, why would you drop my daughter off at the courthouse when you're not supposed to come pick my daughter up? It's because Johnny Angel pretty much made it clear that when her mama came to pick her up for her 17th birthday, she was not going back to Alabama. She wasn't going back to be with those people because they abused her. They abuse her very, very badly. They mistreat her all the time. I see people and families and, baby daddy, baby mama drama. This is just insane. And they abused her for so long. It got to the point where now Johnny, she's tired of being abused. And now, because of FaceTime and all the social media, I would see them hitting on my daughter. Literally, like the grandfather's really mean, he would just hit her, he's punching her. He's punching her. Years ago, before if I got my mind right, years ago, when I was really under a lot of oppression and attacks, and they would do stuff, I would go off. I would go off for real. But I don't do that no more. And so now they're more aggressive with abusing my child. But I can't go off because it's not going to make the situation any better. So, I always call social services and tell them what's going on. And this has been going on for years. I'll tell them go check on my daughter. Because sometimes they'll be beating on her and the phone will go dead. So I'm like, please go check on my daughter. Go check on my daughter. Go check on my daughter. When I can go to Alabama, I'll go. But if I go and I'm not scheduled for a visit, then I can't see my daughter. They won't let me see her. So I'm like, can you go check on my daughter? This Thursday when I was supposed to go get her, and of course that didn't happen. Come to find out, all these years I've been filing complaints with social services about them abusing my daughter, and the whole time, when I would file, they, you do your complaint or whatever, they never investigated because the whole time the grandmother's a social worker too, and I didn't know that. Because when Johnny Angel first went down there, that lady was in school for nursing, and it's not her blood grandmother. She's a step. And so all this time they've been abusing my daughter, and nothing has happened. And that's unfortunate too, because I would go before the judge. I just spent over. I can easily. My last attorney was $10,000. Shit, 2010. That was a lump sum to him. But before him and after him, I still had to retain attorneys. I couldn't retain him no more because I'm not going to ever pay somebody that much money to represent me. So, I spent a lot of money going before one judge. It's always been just this one judge. And every time I would go before him, because I would file a complaint with social services, and then I would file my motion to go to court. There was never any complaint to back up what I was saying because it was never filed. I never knew any of this. And so all the time, I've been going before the judge, and I'm just like, what the hell is going on? Because like I don't like how my child's being treated. Well, the grandma worked for social services, so they would never get a complaint. And then the judge he just didn't care. He's a white judge. He never cared. Even when I used to go before him for all kinds of stuff when it came to my daughter. Like he just never cared. He's a really, really bad white judge. And at this point, my daughter in the hospital. And I'm like, if y'all, these people told the judge that they are afraid of my daughter, like she's going to do some type of bodily harm to them. So she was either going to go to the prison, they was going to lock her up, or she was going to go to the hospital for evaluation. So they took her to the hospital. And my daughter is very, very sad right now. So Thursday, I didn't get her. Friday, I had to speak with juvenile probation, and I went to Alabama on Friday. So hopefully, because Monday's a holiday, hopefully Tuesday, my daughter will be released from the hospital, go back to the court, and then they'll release her to me. This has been going on for so long that I'm not really a fan of social services. I'm not a fan of social workers. I'm not a fan. I'm sure some good people out there, but I'm not a fan. Because it's not good. So I had to deal with that. So that right there floored me, because I was coming to get my baby on Thursday. And I knew that they were abusing her. But Johnny Angel finally got to the point where she was like, she doesn't want to be abused anymore. And last time I spoke with her was last week Monday. I talked to her until she fell asleep on the phone. And she was crying because her grandfather keep punching her in her head. Like, he's a really nasty individual. Like, an anvil could fall to the sky and hit his ass, and it wouldn't bother me. It's just gotten to the point now where make sure y'all still on there. Hold on. Okay. It's like when I'm speaking, it's going up, like you can hear me. So you can't hear me? Okay, y'all gotta turn your volume up. Yes, and it's all the social workers pretty much with my case, or these are Black women. It's bad enough, I try to help women out. These are Black women. Oh, some very disgusting Black women out here. Very, very disgusting. Very, very disgusting. They're even in the court system. Very, very disgusting. And that's why I was just like, I hope Donald Trump is just who they say he is. And I hope he just, please just get all of those lazy ass people out of the system. Just like, you know what, you're fired. Let them go. Because they are no good. Just like the doctors who mess over your womb, who mistreat you, misdiagnose you, don't take care of you, they shouldn't be able to practice. They should not be in practice. That's why still he's going to end healthcare. He's going to make it different. Because the healthcare that's in place isn't good for you. It's not even good for you. It's not even helping you. Look how long you've been sick. The social workers in place, you let me get my daughter. You let my daughter come home. You let my daughter come home. She just got to the point where she said, I don't want to be here no more. I want to be with my mama. And she's been telling them that she wants to be with the mama. But the way things work, like let's say your partner, your baby daddy, your baby mama has custody of the child or something, or anything of that nature, and now you want your child. When they get word that you're gonna go for custody, or that you're trying to get them back, they'll sweeten the deal up with the child, and they'll make the child so happy and so comfortable. They're like, well, I don't want to leave, because that's what my parents did to me when they were going through their divorce. I would go back and forth between my mom and my daddy, but then when it was time to go to court, whoever house I was over, because they were both trying to get custody of me, whoever's house I was over, like for visitation or whatever, and then I used to just like run away. Like I would leave my mom, run away, go to my dad's, and I would run away from my dad's, go back to my mom's. They would sweeten the deal up when it was time for court, because then I would say, well, My mom's been really nice to me. So I'm going to say with my mom, and it was the same with my dad. People still do that. And so because Johnny Angel was going to come home a few months ago. Like for the past 2 years now, she's been kind of like voicing her opinion about things, and she doesn't like the way things are. And right now, Johnny Angel, she's really they doped her up. Everybody's talking about kids on opioid drugs. Listen, they've been doping up black babies since day one. They've been classifying little boys with ADHD since day one. They have been putting our little black babies on drugs since day one, straight out the womb. They're putting them on it. It's just that now all the white kids, and the white kids been on it, but they weren't being diagnosed with something to have to get it prescribed. They were just taking their parent shit, okay? Because their parents are fucked up, and the parents got to take them goddamn drugs. So it really wasn't a problem for the little white kids. But now, because a lot of white kids hang with black kids, and now black kids are making a significant profit off of these damn pills too. Now this is now part of the drug game. And so now there's a war on opioids. They don't want doctors writing prescriptions anymore. It's too many kids popping these pills now. Everybody's on Molly's and Percocets now. But it has always been that way. It's just that now it has trickled down into the white community so much that it's worse than a meth head. So now they want to put a stop to it. But when you go into any type of judicial system, we're going to take you in for evaluation. You could be a sane person. You could be a sane person with nothing wrong with you. Their goal is to find something wrong with you because that's their job. They have to. Crime for police to be in business. There has to be sickness for a hospital to be in business. Okay? There has to be wealth for a bank to be in business. There has to be money for the bank. Okay? So there has to be a mental illness for psychiatry or psychology or sociology to be into business. So they have to find something wrong with you. So right now, she takes 5. She's that fucked up. She's that fucked up. I mean, based off what they said, my daughter's fucked up. So it takes 5 different pills for my daughter to be sane. When they put your kids on these drugs, there's no intervention in place. It's not like they're gonna say, we're gonna put your child on these drugs and then we're gonna help them with what they're dealing with and we're gonna wean them off these drugs. No, your child's gonna take these drugs, they're gonna become chemically dependent on the drug. They will never get off the drug. Never. They may get the dosage increased. They may get another prescription, but they will never get off the drugs. Johnny Angel just turned 17. When she's 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, all up to 25, and she's going into adulthood, she's still going to be getting high. And she's going to smoke weed too. And she's going to drink too. She's going to go to the club. She's going to drink. And that's how the world is today. I ain't talking about ecstasy. Ecstasy is like it's like a no-brainer on that one. Everybody's popping pills. You have my daughter so doped up. And then on top of that, you beating her. So I'm like, when you take that many pills, you're like a zombie. When you're popping pills, you're a zombie. So your mind really isn't on too much. You're stoned. So if you're already stoned, what could you possibly do to cause somebody to have to beat you? Now, if you're in the club and you stone, I don't know, things happen in the club. You do stupid stuff. Somebody might try to beat you up. I don't know. You zoned out. You might be off the mollies, and I don't know. You went and took somebody else's drink off the table. I don't know. I've never taken mollies. So she's already extra doped up. My daughter already doped up, and it's not because of me, because I wouldn't put my daughter on no drugs. I'm not for it. I'm not for drugs whatsoever. But they doped her up. And as of like the past 2-3 weeks, maybe, Johnny Angel said, "Mommy, fuck that. I'm not taking these pills no more. I don't want to take them no more because I'm not happy. I'm not happy, And so now that she's not taking her pills anymore, she'll get a little bit of clarity. It'll come in. And because my daughter's getting that clarity, she's like, I want to go home. And now that she's fighting back with her grandparents and she want to go home, they're really starting to become more physically abusive with her. And like I said, her father's in the penitentiary, was in before she was born. He used to beat my ass all the time. So I didn't care when he went missing. When he went on the run, were all living in DC. When he went on the run for doing stupid stuff and the feds was chasing him, I didn't care. I didn't even care because I got away from him. I lived in a shelter and gave birth to Johnny Angel. I was homeless. He was nowhere. Okay. When I contacted grandparents in Alabama after I gave birth to Johnny Angel, because I was homeless, I was in a shelter and I was trying to get, some help and know about his family, that I have a right to that. That lady answered the phone and said, don't ever call her house again. She don't want to have nothing to do with us. But now you want to be so pivotal in our life and you're abusing my child. And they do this on the strength of John because he's locked up. He's in the feds. I don't have nothing to do with John. Okay. My daughter's 17 years old. I don't have nothing to do with him. I'm not even interested. I went through so much hell coming out of the shelter. When I finally got out the shelter and I got me on my little Section 8, don't know nothing about Section 8, got my Section 8, moved into, I basically moved into the hood. Listen, I didn't know nothing. I had Johnny Angel when I was 18. I didn't know anything, okay? Moved into the hood, and because I was so used to the way I grew up, and I was so used to violence and just stupid shit. And just stuff that when I moved into this neighborhood, I said, I don't want to be by myself. I don't want to be here by myself. It's me, it's Tyree, and it's Johnny. And I don't want to be here by myself. And Johnny was probably about 4 months old. Because as soon as I gave birth to Johnny Angel, the shelter told me, they were like, Ivy, you're good. You can leave the shelter now. We're going to make sure you get your Section 8. And you know, with your Section 8, you got to find a place to live within like 30 days. Like you got to hurry up when you get your voucher. You can't mess around and be picky. Because at first I was picky. But then they were like, well, you do that for me, just Revelation, goddammit. You get their ass. Yeah, the system does poison you. The lady I spoke to said that it's mental. It's a mental psychology on the child, because when that dude kept hitting my daughter in the head, I said, Johnny, why is your grandfather, like this nigga look like one of the clumps. Why is your grandfather punch you like that? And she's like, well, mommy, because I deserve it. No, you don't. When you have a child at home, and it's like just like from me to you, when you're raising your child, like you don't want to hit them. Like you really don't. And I'm like, no, sometimes you gotta beat your child ass when they get the lesson. Trust me. Beating them doesn't give them the lesson. Beating them just says that if I do this, this is what will happen. But I mean, shit, guess what? After they get their ass whooping the next day, everything goes away. You beat your child, and then it gives your child the impression that I did something wrong, and so I'm going to be handled or dealt with physically. And maybe they did really do something wrong, and so you beat their ass. But maybe they didn't do something wrong, but you don't believe them, and so you still beat their ass. As your child gets older, and they go into relationships or they're at the job, they may do something wrong, they may not, but somebody's going to have an adverse reaction towards them. Like, well, that's what they deserve, because that's how somebody molded them to begin with. And so now my daughter's under the impression, and I know she is, she doesn't even have to tell me, that it's okay if I do something wrong and the man hits me. It's okay. Because now that puts my daughter in a position to be violent relationship, an emotionally abusive relationship, physically abusive relationship. It could be a financially abusive relationship, because that's what somebody already implemented upon her. And she couldn't even use her own thinking faculty to realize, no, I don't deserve this. This is not right. This does not feel good, because she's so doped up. So when she says, well, Ma, I deserve it. And I'm just like, what? Nobody deserves to get hit in their head. People who get punched in their head with fists are people who are in the boxing ring. Okay? That's who punch people in the head with fists. Men should not put their hands on women, and you damn sure should not be punching on women. And who punches on a little girl? She's a little girl. Johnny Angel is the sweetest. If you ever watch my lives when I'm in Alabama, she's the sweetest thing. She's the sweetest little thing. Johnny Angel wouldn't kill a damn bee. She's just sweet. She's sweet all over, okay? So I'm just like, why would they do that? That is a lot of abuse. But the lady who I spoke to, she said, I got to talk to Johnny again, because it's highly likely that my daughter may have been sexually abused. And so, at this point in my life, everything that I've gone through growing up and everything, I wouldn't wish it on nobody. Like, nobody. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. Nobody's child deserves that. No little girl deserves that, okay? Or no little boy deserves it either, okay? But when she told me that, because all of a sudden my daughter's she's really going to a different type of behavioral pattern, I said, okay, that's fine. I'm going to talk to my daughter, and, I'm going to get to the bottom of it. you know, but people can be very, very cruel. Even in your own family, people can be very, very cruel. So that's something I have to deal with my child. I just, you know, I met with the wrong people. I was entertained in life by the wrong people, and I wasn't educated properly on anything. I was homeless at 18. I was emancipated from a group home. I got emancipated from the group home on my 18th birthday, but I already had my apartment. I had already filled out the paperwork. I was living in Northeast DC. I already did the paperwork. So I was emancipated. When I was emancipated from the group home, because even though my parents were going back and forth saying who wanted me, one day both of my parents went before the judge and said neither one of them wanted me. By that time I had Tyree. I was 15. I had Tyree. And so both of my parents said they didn't want me. My daddy said he didn't want me because I was a girl and I should be with my mom. My mama said she didn't want me because she didn't want to have to deal with me and the baby. It was too much. Okay, so I ended up in a group home. I was in a group home at, what was I, 16 years old in the group home? I think I was 16. I don't know, 15 or 16. And so they emancipated me as an adult when I was 18. And so I had my apartment lined up. That's where I stayed. I was in college and everything, but I still didn't know what I was doing. I still wasn't prepared for life. The group home didn't prepare me for life. My parents damn sure didn't prepare me for life. I just had a place to stay now. I just had my own place to stay. That was it. A lot, still, you know, dealing with different men and still just, you know, fucking up. And when I met John, he was a dope dealer. I messed with a lot of dope dealers growing up. I messed with a lot of dope dealers, a lot of them. I don't even know why, but that's like all I messed with. But he was very abusive. He was very, very abusive. That's when I had to go to the hospital to get my DNC, because he used to beat me so bad that one day when he beat me, that's when all that blood started coming out of me, like the liver started falling out of my vagina. That's when I went to the hospital for my DNC, because right before I met John, started dealing with John, because I was in college. The guy who I was dating in college, Hervé, I got pregnant with twins, but he said he didn't want the babies. It crushed me so much. And so I went and had the abortion, but I could only abort one. Okay, I didn't pay for twins. I went in, I told them I was pregnant with one child. Yes, you know, they counted that one and left it. And so I had the other fetus still in me. Me and Hervé didn't get back together. When I got home from having the abortion, pretty much I think it was the same day, if not the following day, he called me and said he was so sorry. He was ready to be a father. Okay. Fucked me up. Okay. I never recovered from having the abortion because they never took both babies out. Okay. So I had that baby in me for months. I had that fetus inside of me for months. And when I met John, when I first met him, he wasn't abusive. He was more like a mama's boy. Okay. But John, he would snort powder because that's what he sold. He sold powder. You know, doing that crazy shit. It was him. He was with Steve Francis, who now looks like a 100% powder head. All of them, all the Michigan Park boys. And that's who I got caught up with. And one day he beat me really bad. And I was bleeding really, really bad. And the bleeding would not stop. Okay. And so that's when I had to go to the hospital, I had a procedure done. And, you know, I was blessed to still be able to have two little girls, which is Johnny Angel and Seanjari. So I did have a child by him. But, you know, he was never there. The feds was looking for him. John went on a run. The feds were looking for him. So while I was pregnant, he disappeared. He used to beat me so bad that it got to the point where, I wouldn't let him in my house at night because I had my own place. I wouldn't let him in my house at night. But my neighbors were so nice that they would let him in the building. This nigga would bang on my door to the point where my locks on my door just became loose. I did not know how to live life yet. I just so happened to just have my own apartment and could pay the rent. Okay. So it got to the point where sometimes the locks on my door was so loose that with just the right movement and jiggling, he could come into my place. Okay. One of my neighbors was nice though. He was nice. And he told me one day, he was like, Av, you know, you're throwing your life away. block. And so John used to come and bang on my balcony. I was on the first floor. That's why after that, like this is my first time living on the first floor in ages. Like, hell no, I don't do the first floor. But I moved from DC. So now I can live on the first floor. I'm in the South now. I can live on the first floor. In DC, don't live on the goddamn first floor. Fuck no. Okay. He would jump on my balcony and bang on the door for me to let him in, and I wouldn't. He would call my mother. Okay. And he would tell my mom. I don't know. I really don't know what the nigga told my mother. But my mom would call me and she'd be like, "You so stupid. House. You so." She would just talk about me so bad. Like she would talk to me like I was just like the most idiotic piece of shit. And that this man who was fucking me up every day deserved to be in my house. Okay? And I was 18. Now I was 19. I gave birth to Johnny Angel when I was 20. She was born in 2000. I'd let him in. But he wasn't going to do nothing but beat on me anyway. And my mom didn't care because this nigga was serving my mother anyway. This nigga partying with my mama. He chilling with my mama. He gonna see my mama before he even come to my house. Just like that. It was just fucked up. I just chose the wrong person, okay? I chose the wrong person. And I said, you know what? I know how to fix this. I know how to get away from this guy. I'm not gonna pay my rent. See, if I don't pay the rent, I can get evicted. And I know I'm not gonna go live with him anywhere. I'm going back to my mama's house. That's where I'm gonna go. I'm gonna get evicted and get away from him. And that's what I did. I did that. I got away from him, ended up at my mama's. Right? I ended up at my mama's, found out I was pregnant with Johnny Angel. My mama said, well, you can't stay here. You got to find a place to live. You got to go find some help. You got to do something. I went into a shelter. So I get out of a group home, don't know shit about life. Got caught up with the wrong dude. Okay? I got pregnant, had an abortion, got caught up with the wrong dude. Basically ended up homeless again. Went into the shelter. Gave birth to my daughter while I was in the shelter. I think that the coolest thing that happened to me while I was in the shelter was and no, he didn't pimp Ivy. I don't have to say but because I just can't imagine somebody pimping me because I like to keep my money to myself. But I met a pimp while I was there, and he took care of me and my son. He took care of us while I was in that shelter because I didn't have nothing. I had nothing. He would pick me up. Him and his man, like some big dude, I guess like his hitter. But he would pick me up and he would always take us out. Like he would take us way out VA or take us to Baltimore. And basically he was either taking us shopping, getting us what we needed, or he was feeding us. And he was giving me money and he would take me back to the shelter. Some nights it was so late that he would go in there and he would pay the people in the shelter. He would pay them. Because, you know, when you in the shelter, you got a curfew. And most of the time I wasn't making it back by curfew. After I got out the shelter, I think before I even got out the shelter, he went to the feds for tax evasion. He served a long time because he came home about 4 or 5 years ago. He doesn't even know how much society changed since the last time he saw it. So he went back in. But he looked out for me for a long time. And I got out the shelter and I had Tyree and Johnny now. I breastfed Johnny from day one. I breastfed all of my children. But when I gave birth to Johnny Angel, she stayed with me in the bed for like 2-3 weeks, like with no clothes on. I kept her naked the whole time. I had a lot of cloth diapers, so I could let a cloth diaper on her. We in the shelter, so all the beds had plastic on it, so I wasn't concerned about nothing. But I bonded with my daughter like unconditionally, and I nursed her unconditionally. Like my daughter is in, like I held her in my bosom even after she was born. Like she was very, very precious to me, and she still is. So when we moved out the shelter, I don't know if anybody else has ever been homeless, or I don't know, like. I think most of the people I know, most of the people in the world have been on welfare and stuff like that. So when you sign up, out of his ass, but yeah. When you sign up for different services and stuff, and when you're homeless, because I was homeless, they gave me different services. You get stuff. You know, like the wish program, like you put your name on a tree, and then Christmas time you got all these fucking gifts, shit like that. Well, I was on the list, so I was getting my welfare. I got my Section 8 daycare voucher. All of these things are in place, designed by the government to help somebody in need. But a lot of people prey on the weak, and like if you're in need, then that means you're not strong in some areas. You're not able to maintain and stand on your 10 toes. So I was classified as just not being able to stand on my 10 toes. And all of my children, Tyree, Johnny Angel. Oh, you can see Johnny right there with that with her pink outfit on. We took that picture right there when I was in the shelter. I was in the shelter, that picture behind me. I was homeless when we went to the studio to get that picture taken. But my children are all beautiful. And so everywhere we went with my kids, people just fall in love with my kids all the time. Everybody, I don't give a damn where we were. Everybody loved my kids. And Johnny is still just as white as you see her back there in that picture. She's the whitest child we have. We call her Michael Jackson. But I moved out of the shelter. They gave me the Section 8. And I didn't know how to use the Section 8 for real. I moved into the ghetto, met this dude. I think this nigga was a shooter. I mean, like he shot up in his arms or some shit. I don't know. But I just know that I met him. I was like, I need somebody in my place because, you know, I want to feel secure. I want to feel safe, you know, got to have a man. I was 20 and I had my little furniture voucher. So I'm about to load my place up. I was going to deck it out. They only give you a certain amount of money. And that I took my time with because I was going to make sure I had nothing but the best of my apartment. But this dude was crazy. And I didn't know. Listen, I didn't know nothing. I really didn't know nothing about men. As much as I dated men, I didn't know anything about them. Nothing. I didn't know about the characteristics of a psychopath. I didn't know the characteristics of a down low ass nigga. I didn't know the characteristics of a bum ass nigga. I didn't know the characteristics of a dope head ass nigga. I didn't know nothing. Okay. But he came to my house one night. He came to my apartment one night. And it was one of these nights when I didn't even want to see him. Like, I was just like, I don't even want to see you tonight. I'm not even interested. But he came to my house and the club had just let out. He was just getting out the club and he came to see me. And he had oral sex on me. And I was like, I'm not about to do it to you. Like, I just was not interested. And this fool went off. He went off. Now, granted, before that, I used to try to help him because I was like, I'm the type of woman, I want to be Captain Save-A-Ho. I'm Captain Save-A-Ho. I'm Captain Save-A-Bum. I'm Captain Save-A, whatever you call these niggas out here. I'm Captain Save one of those. Like, you know what? I'm going to help you. I know how it is to be fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Let me help you. Right? And I'm still like that today. I still be trying to like feel like, you know, this nigga need my help. I'm going to be good for him. I'm going to put him under my wing. Right? And I got to get away from that. Like, just like, fuck niggas. Like, fuck it. If you struggling, you down and out, I mean, you was like that when I met you, then sorry. You know, to God be the glory, go pray. Because his feet were really bad. And so I took him into my bathroom and showed him all of my foot collection shit. And I was like, listen, you got to scrub your feet. You got to fix this. I don't live like that. So you got to start stepping your game up. So I was helping him step his game up. But at the end of the day, I didn't want to see him that night. So he had oral sex on me. He was like, you know what's up? I was like, ain't shit up. I'm like, what the fuck, you? And he became violent. He was like, so I just ate you and you ain't gonna give me no ass? I'm like, I didn't even know that was protocol. I'm good. He did such a good job going down to me. I didn't have any strep to do anything else anyway. And I was like, oh, I'm straight. He started, so he got violent. He got very, very loud. So arguing with me. And I'm like, it's my son in the other room with my nephew and Johnny Angel in my room in the crib. And I'm just like, you gotta be quiet, you know, you tripping. This nigga took the belt. He had a belt. He took his belt off like he gonna beat me with the belt. And I'm like, okay, now you got me fucked up. I had a red Victoria's Secret robe that I stole from my sister. She didn't know I stole it, but I did. She always had fly stuff, and I used to take my sister's stuff. I had a robe, and so I got up while this nigga was arguing and stuff, he started messing up stuff in my house and stuff. I got up, I went in the next room. I told Tyree, I said, Tyree, let's go, get up. Because they had fell asleep. He was playing the GameCube or something. I know he was playing Crash Bandicoot stuff. So I was like, come on, get up. You gotta get up because this nigga's tripping. We're about to get the fuck out of this house. I grabbed Johnny Angel. Fast. I don't even know exactly what I did, but I do know that I got out of my place, got down the steps, got in my car. When I got in my car, because he didn't know I had left out. I think he had went across the hall to the neighbor's house for something. He didn't know I had left out. By the time I got down the steps and in the car, you know, I got my kids in the car. I'm one of the parents that put their kids in the damn car seats. Okay, we strap in. Okay, I saw him coming down the complex. This nigga picks up like, I just gotta be funny about it. He picks up like a ghetto brick. Okay, like a big ass rock that was on the ground. And he smashed my windshield with it. He was like, bitch, you ain't going nowhere. And I'm like, oh, hell no. This nigga is crazy. This nigga is crazy. So I pull off. And my goal is to get to the police station. If I don't do nothing else, I got to get to the police station because this nigga is crazy. Okay? Niggas make me crazy. My behavior in life and stuff like that is because of men. Okay? So I'm just always mad about stuff. Right? And sometimes when dudes try to talk to me now, I'm real mad. And I'm like, thanks, sweetheart. Why you so mad? Nigga. I just don't have time. Like, I don't like frustration. I just been through a lot, and I think I'm possibly traumatized from it. Okay. So it's just like enough is enough. And I don't want to be a domestic violence person because I've been known for that. So this is crazy. I was going to the police station on Alabama Avenue, going to the police station. As I'm going to the police station, don't you know I see police coming towards me? So I bust a U-turn to go catch up with those police because I'm like, maybe you guys can still catch this lunatic. By the time I make a U-turn and turn around, no police in sight. I mean, it was insane. So I finally get to the police station, tell them what happened. So they immediately take me and Tyree and my little nephew. I think it was Mooka. I think Mooka was with us. They take us to like this back room. And I'm writing out my statement. I'm talking to the police. And he's like, you know, I'm telling him what happened with my kids and stuff. He said, well, I only see 2 kids here. Where's your daughter? Where's Johnny Angel? Where's your baby? And I look around the room and I realize, oh, fuck, where is my daughter? I lost my mind in a split second because I said, shit, I left my daughter in the goddamn apartment. Oh, no. That my daughter is still in this goddamn apartment with this fucking lunatic because we did not see her. Her was under my robe the entire time. So when I ran out of the apartment and strapped, it was Tyree. I never, or whatever the hell, his chair. I never strapped Johnny Angel into anything. I never even realized I had her. I didn't even know I had my daughter with me. She was so quiet and nestled underneath my robe. Of course, I tied it in a knot. Johnny Angel was so nestled in my robe under my breast. I didn't even know she was there. And she was so quiet. Okay. But that drove me insane. Okay. So now I'm back at square one again. It seems like as soon as I'm about to get on my feet and I'm doing good, something bad happens every single time. So, I call my mom, and basically I'm back at her house again. I'm in a room with her. I'm in my room in her house. This is the nephews too, because now my sister in the penitentiary and my mama taking care of her kids while she in the pen. So she in the pen. I got the three. Remember, I had one of them with me. And I got Johnny Angel too. And trust me, I was taking care of all of them. So my mama wasn't. She basically was getting that goddamn foster kid check for him. So, one thing I did do, and I recommend everybody do it. God damn it, you got to do it. I had renter's insurance. It was like $13 a month. I said, hell, you can't beat that. everything that people had gave me, everything I accumulated over time, whatever, I cashed in for $20,000. I think after depreciation, they gave me 18 grand. With that $18,000, I bought a Cadillac DeVille. I was trying to stunt. I bought a DeVille. Every Sunday, you know, I would give my mama like $400. I mean, my mama pimped me. And when the money ran out, that's when, you know, shit started hitting the fan. But I got a job, and so I had that daycare voucher from the shelter. I still had that voucher. Shit just happened so fast, I never even had a chance to even use the voucher. But now I can use my voucher, so I put my daughter in daycare. And Tyree going to school. And you know, the daycare fell in love with my daughter and everything. But somebody at the daycare dislocated my daughter's elbow one day. So when Johnny came home from daycare, cranky, and I was holding her, and she kept crying. So I was like, well, maybe I need to breastfeed. Maybe let me go nurse my baby. Now, granted, Johnny walking now. She walking. So this really, my breast really is no longer to feed her. This is her comfort zone. She just wants it. It's just, when it's time to go to sleep, yeah, I don't care what it is. When she wants it, she wants it. Like, she'll just lift my shirt up, doesn't care. These were like her, we call them nook-nooks. So this was her nook-nook. And I tried to give her some nook-nook, and she would try, then she started crying again. I said, you know what? Let me go give my baby a bath. Maybe that's why she's cranky. So I took her, we were sitting on the bed, and I was like, baby, no, lift your arms up so we can take your clothes off. She couldn't lift one of her arms up. Cry. So I said, okay. So long story short, take her to the hospital. They put her elbow back in socket. They said, listen, your daughter had nursemaid's elbow. Mind you, I'm just now coming out of a situation. Yes, I got a job, but I don't have the insurance yet because I was temp. I say, listen, I got this hospital bill. Somebody here dislocated my daughter's elbow. That's how she came home. Instead of them like going with me, because I said, at least go with me half and half on the bill, they called social services. And they said I dislocated my son's shoulder. Okay, so I got a really bad report put on me. So youth division, I never even knew there was a report out about me. I'm still taking my daughter to daycare. I'm still going to work, still waiting for these crackers. And these are some crackers now. Still waiting for these crackers to pay my bill. You got to do something because y'all did it. Never knew it the whole time these niggas was filing a complaint against me. Okay, so when youth services start calling me about abuse on my son, I was just like, what are you guys talking about? This is fucking insane. I didn't know what you guys talking about. And then social services start calling me somebody, they need to come to my house. And I'm like, listen, I don't do the government like that. I might work for the government, I don't do the government like that. So I don't know why you trying to come to my house. I don't know what the hell is going on, but you ain't about to come to my house. And some of these social workers, y'all real smart. You got a real sassy ass mouth. I think you working for social services like a gun on your chest. You know, you got to keep in mind that no matter who you work for, at the end of the day, you got to clock out. You drive a vehicle, it has a license plate. That license plate is linked back to an address. You have a telephone number, it's linked back to an address. Somebody will find your ass. You know what I'm saying? So don't feel like because you work for somebody, you got this extra shit on your chest, because you don't. Sometimes you may not make it back to work, you know? And it don't have to be you. You might be married. You might have a husband, or you might have some kids, and your kids get fucked up. People don't think like that. You think because you're in a place of position, you can do whatever you want. That's not cool. That's anybody. So anybody can pluck you off at any given moment, especially social workers, because you think you're doing something for somebody and you fucking with their kids. I don't like when somebody fucking with my kids. So listen, you ain't about to come to my house. I don't know what the hell y'all want, but y'all not about to come to my house. Well, I finally get fed up because the niggas were, listen, youth division would not stop calling me. And I really didn't know what the hell was going on. So youth division finally came to my house one day. And they were like, well, we got a report. They can't show me the report, can't tell me anything. They just need to see my children to make sure my children are safe. And so I'm like, okay. And I'm living in my mom's basement. My niece and nephews living upstairs now in the room, and my mom straightened out the basement. So I'm living in the basement, paying my mama $400 a month for the basement. Me and my 2 kids. I said, listen, I'm gonna show you my kids. And they was like, ma'am, if you show us your kids and they're fine, you have nothing to worry about. Somehow, some way, we realized that you weren't coming for my son in a dislocated shoulder. You were coming, you're really there for Johnny Angel from when I took him to the hospital. That's where you were there. If you're abusing your child and your child goes to the hospital, trust me, you ain't going home with your baby. The hospital will keep your baby. The hospital will call the police right then and there, okay? So I was just like, listen, I mean, I got the discharge papers and everything for Johnny Angel that I can show you. Like, my kids are good. Like, I'm not even like a bad parent. Like, I don't even like beat my kids. This is stupid. He was like, okay, no problem. They follow me into the basement, and I give them the police, the hospital discharge papers. And he was like, well, you know what, ma'am, at this point it's too late. You know, you've been very, basically I was combative. You know, I talk shit. And they were like, so at this point, we're just going to take your kids. Oh, I went off. You just told me if I showed you these papers, you wasn't going to take my kids. Tyree was 6 or 7 years old. They called for more backup. So now they in my house. Man, they flashing lights all over my house. Talking about they looking for drugs. I mean, I felt like a pipehead. I felt like a fucking pipehead. And Johnny, she got cranky. And so I nursed her. I was like, come on. They said that when I finally got to court, they said that my behavior was so abnormal. They said because I breastfed Johnny Angel in front of the police, that there has to be something wrong with me mentally. So I have to go get tested. Breastfeed, you can throw your titties out anywhere all over the world. You can throw your titties out. It's like National Titty Day. But you have some very ignorant people. Okay, there are some very, very ignorant people. You're black and you ignorant. You're black and you're ignorant to your own culture. Because see, we can watch National Geographic and see our culture walking around topless, and it's okay because that's part of their culture. As if, nigga, you not black. All right, you know, it's all right. That's okay. So, and I read the statement, and the statement still says dislocated shoulder to my son. But it also says erratic behavior because I nursed my daughter while there. So now I have to go get an evaluation. And the doctor, but the doctor who saw me is the same doctor that sees everybody in the court system in DC. He's washed up. Somebody should go kick his ass. I don't give a fuck. I hope he's fucking crippled from the dick down. It's the same. He's a psychologist. It's the same person who evaluated my mom and dad when they were fighting for me for custody to see who was a better fit for me. Okay, same doctor. So I didn't get a clean review. The doctor who evaluated me already knew who I was because he knew my parents. And he basically passed on whatever he diagnosed my mom with, he gave that to me. Still didn't know. When they took my kids out of my possession, they took my kids November 2001. 2001, they took my kids. That was my first time going on a heroin strip. I was so used to taking care of kids. Even before I gave birth to Tyree, my sister stayed in public housing and she did stuff with her life. And I took care of her kids. I was basically her babysitter. No matter where she lived, I was her babysitter. So I was always around kids. I've always been around somebody's damn child. Okay. Now there's no child around me. For the first time in life, I felt like there was nothing for me to do. Nothing. I'm so used to going to work every day, coming home, being with my kids, cooking. We used to go to JCPenney a lot up in Wheaton Plaza. Living. I was just living, raising my 2 children. No help from nobody. Okay. Just going to work, doing my little temp job. I was working for the US government, but I was a temp. It was all good. Taking care of my kids. Okay. So now, this guy used to always come around the neighborhood trying to talk to me, and I was not interested in his black ass. Sorry, wasn't interested. You know, I'm making that ghetto, that government money now, so yeah, I'm good. But this particular night, I walked onto the heroin strip. He sold heroin, and I walked around there, and he was out there. He's like, "What you doing out here?" And I was like, "Nothing." Shit, nothing at all. I don't know what to do with my life anymore because I ain't had my kids. And so he gave me ecstasy. It was my first time ever getting ecstasy in my life. He said, "I got something for you." He's like, I'm only gonna give you half. So I was like, okay, whatever. You know, I don't care. Didn't even know what the fuck I was doing. He probably could have gave me goddamn crack cocaine Frosted Flakes. Wouldn't even know. Wouldn't even know what the nigga was getting. No clue what the nigga was giving me. I just said, okay. All right, because my life had changed and I got put into this element that I just didn't know anything about again. And I took it. I was stoned. I was stuck on a corner on a heroin strip. couldn't fucking move my feet. I couldn't move anything. All I could do was think. And all I kept saying was, where is that nigga? Because I'm stuck on this fucking corner. Where is he? I'm fucking stoned. I didn't even know if he gave me crack cocaine frosted flakes. Within a period of time, he came back. And when he came back, he was like, are you okay? And I, wanted to be a thug, wanted to be strong. I was like, yeah, I'm good. I'm okay. He said he'd go the other half. What did Ivy's dumbass do? She took the other frosted flake. Yes, she did. Yes, the fuck she did. She popped it. When I took the other half, my mind went from Earth to fucking Neptune. Okay? My mind went to all these different places. A lot of things happened mentally with myself. A lot of things happened. And I put myself on a place. I put myself in a place where I felt like I could go anywhere. I could do anything. I could be anybody. Okay. So that's a whole nother story. Life on drugs is a whole nother story. But I was getting doped up. Okay. I was popping them damn pills. I was popping the pills. I was drinking. I was smoking weed. I was going to the studio. I still love to rap today. I was rapping before I was popping pills. Going to the studio, but it exposed me to a life I never knew, a lifestyle I never even knew existed. Okay. I started meeting more dope dealers. Okay. I went right back out into the dope dealer world. But these dope dealers weren't like the dope dealers I was used to, because I didn't have to fuck these niggas. I didn't have to fuck anybody. We were cool. They just like to be around me. And that was cool, because I didn't have no company no more. My kids were like my company. And so, but I was still doing drugs. They would give me drugs for free. I was getting drugs for free now. I didn't have to pay for the pills no more. So the dude I was talking to, I really didn't have to talk to him like that no more. But he was still pushing his heroin. He committed suicide a few years back. So anyway, he wasn't a good guy for me. He wasn't a good guy for me. He had a very, very bad history. He did some fucked up shit that I didn't know about until after I was seeing him. And when I brought it to his attention about the fucked up shit that I heard that he did, he denied it. But I believed that the shit was true. And few years back, he jumped off the bridge in DC. So most of the guys I dated in the past either dead or locked up. That's it. None of them are actually on the street successful. Okay. Still slinging dope. So that happened in November. Let's say November, December, January, February. I'm doping up. Plus, I got this government job and I'm getting $12 an hour. So my check kind of fat. But I don't have my kids no more. I don't have them, so I really don't know what to do with my check. I mean, I was giving my mama money, still giving her money, but I didn't know what to do with my check. So my check was going to dope. Okay, my Cadillac was basically paid for. Okay, so my check was just going to the dope boy. This particular dope boy, because you know what I want to do? I want to take this bum under my wings. So the niggas in the other neighborhoods was giving me Ziploc bags of ecstasy. Like Bin Laden's and Blue Dolphins, the niggas who was giving me Ziploc bags of this shit, I was giving it to this nigga. Like, go hustle it, go make some money. What was this dumbass nigga doing? He was popping the shit. He was partying with his friends with it. Doing stupid stuff. I'm like, what you think about? Nigga, we trying to make this money. You really trying to make money or not? So anyway, March, I finally got my appointment for my psychological evaluation to make sure I was okay for my kids to come home. So when I went to get my psychological evaluation, by this time, I don't even know what y'all call it. But I was just like, I was like a female Kool Moe Dee, and I thought I was in the Wild Wild West. Okay. Like I said, I still had money. Still had like the insurance money. Man, this was in March. It was spring, but in DC during the spring, it's still kind of hot. It's hot. Ivy went to go see her psychologist with a goddamn fur coat on. An ultraviolet colored halter top, if you will, with an ultraviolet colored skirt that I thought was on and popping. I bought the outfits. I thought it was cute as shit. Pink ultraviolet open toes. Yes. Oh, I was stunting. And I had the cute fur jacket to go with it. Yeah. Okay. When I was coming up the streets, I used to see pipe heads and stuff off the late night. Even when I was in the streets popping pills, and I was sitting, I'm like, you can't tell her she don't look good. That much confidence, you could look like total shit. Okay. Avi was doped up, and I went to see the psychologist, and I went on his ass as far as, you know, just letting him know how I felt about him, his office, the artwork on his wall, which was his kids' artwork. I didn't know at first, I don't think, but I just thought that the artwork that was a piece of shit, and I wouldn't put it on my office. I wouldn't put it in my office. I mean, I wasn't good. Okay. But I wasn't crazy either. All right. I was just popping fucking pills. Okay. I only have to pop a pill. I'm still rolling. Back then you could take a pill and be rolling for 3 days. Trust me. I was still rolling. Okay. The evaluation finally came back and it said that basically I'm just too crazy to even be a mother to my children. And that if my children were ever to come around me, that I could go off or explode, and it would be very dangerous to my children. So I would need to go through at least a year of psychotherapy, family, what they call it, like family classes, family parenting classes, anger management. I had to do all of that for 1 year before they would even reconsider my children coming home to be with me. When I read that report, I didn't even know what the hell I was reading. This nigga gave me so many damn diagnoses. I said, hell no. Oh my goodness, he gave me so many diagnoses. I didn't know what the hell to do. And now you're telling me that my kids ain't coming home? Oh, I'm going right back to the heroin strip. I'm really about to go get fucked up. And I did. Then I was really getting fucked up. I was mad at everybody. I was even mad at my mother. I was mad at everybody. Like when the social worker called me, be like, "Hi, we just come to check on you, bitch. Don't even come to my house." So now it's time to go to court for a review hearing. They don't have nothing good to say about me. Everything that they had to say about me was negative. Everything. Ivy was not. I'm so spazzed out because y'all really taking my kids from me for some shit that I never even did. First of all, I didn't even dislocate my daughter's elbow. You taking my daughter, like, for real? Like, I was really mad. And then they sending me black social workers, and at that time I was making more money than them, and I really didn't care about them. And they were very arrogant. They fresh out of college, very arrogant. Back then, I was still fighting broads. And when I was 20, 21, 22, I'm still fighting. I don't care. I'm still fighting. Like, I'm still fighting, okay? But I really can't fight you because you want to go to the judge. Every time them bros will come see me, they used to always be like, well, we about to have your next hearing, and, you know, we want everything to go good. They were always trying to make it seem like, hello?
Hello, good afternoon, well, good morning.
Yes. Hey.
Hi, this is Amber. You have me saved?
No, I don't, Amber. But Amber, you know I go live every Sunday morning.
No, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, I go live. So right now I'm actually going live. So is this an emergency or something or what?
No. Where do you go so I can watch it?
Oh, are you following me on Instagram?
I believe so, yes.
Okay, so we every Sunday I go live. So you just go to my YouTube channel. Are you subscribed to my YouTube channel?
Yes.
Okay, then so you should know I'm on live right now.
Okay, we'll catch up on the answer.
Yeah, or is this an emergency, Amber?
No, it's about business.
Okay, can you email me, sweetheart?
Okay.
All right, thank you, sweetheart. Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye.
Niggas really don't be wanting nothing, trust me. And she can watch me when I say that. They really don't want anything. Trust me, it's not about business. You want business with Ivy? Send me an email, okay? Send me an email. Give me a heads up. Anyway, I got so many things on my plate, okay? The enemy stays busy, okay? He's had a death warrant for my ass before I was goddamn born, okay? And he can kiss Ivy's ass too. So so now I got this diagnosis, and hold on. Where was I? Can anybody tell me? Can anybody tell me where I was just now? I don't even know where I was at. I know I was talking about these people. Oh, the social worker. Yeah, I be fighting. So I couldn't fight them. But every time they would come to see me, they would be like, oh, well, we want to really consider reunification. Your children are so beautiful. We know they love you. I'm like, bitch, you get the fuck out of my house. If this ain't really you gonna give me my kids back, don't worry about it. I used to fix my house up, get everything nice and pretty. You know what I'm saying? I was still going shopping for my kids. We would go to court and these bitches would be like, no, we'll come back for another review. They were never going to give me my kids back. Okay? This is the mental game they play with you. These social workers do not come to your house to take your kids to give them back to you. The only time they take your kids to give them back is if you got crack babies. Okay? So when you drive through the ghetto at night, when you drive through low-income housing, the projects, the places where people live, where the walls are concrete and so is the floors, when you drive through those places and you see little kids outside late night, those are the kids that the government don't want because they can't make no money off of them. It's a lucrative slave market. They won't make no money off of them, but my babies, they was gonna make money off my babies. A lot of people wanted my fucking kids. I didn't even know. A lot of people, fucking social workers wanted my goddamn kids, okay? So in the midst of all of this, every time they would come to my house, they were like, oh, you get your kids. Then there'd be some other shit like, you can get your kids, but you got to do this or you got to do that. I'm still taking my classes. I'm going to see this goddamn psychotherapist, this little old ass white lady. This bitch was so goddamn calm. I don't know what she was smoking. And, you know, I mean, she tried to do different stuff, like give me little pillows and shit. I mean, she was doing her own thing, but I mean, it's just goddamn ridiculous. This little ass old lady, you know. And I started seeing different therapists. I had to see somebody else because whatever the fuck was wrong with me, she wasn't gonna fix it. So I started seeing other people. Finally saw a black doctor, and he was like, "Listen, there's nothing wrong with you. I don't even know why they had this case on you, but listen. This is a hustle game. They didn't even care." So, one time they said, well, you can get your kids, but you got to move out your mama's house. Because see, my mama already got a diagnosis. Her diagnosis is worse than mine. Not only that, your mama already a foster parent to my nieces and nephews, my sister in the feds. So you got to get out of that particular case before you can get your kids back. Okay, cool, no problem. And then with me doing that, still smoking and stuff. Listen, I used to be so high when I went to court. Ain't no way these motherfuckers didn't know I was fucking doped up. You hear me? There's no way. I had so much money and I was still working my job. Listen, the niggas at my job knew I was doped up. My coworkers knew I was doped up. But I mean, they were just as doped up as me. So, you know, it's like fuck it, I was just blending in. I mean, I was going to work with fur coats on almost every damn day. Fur coats and shades all the damn time. I would go to court rolling. I would go to court rolling. Wouldn't give a fuck what the judge had to say. Because you have ultimately ruined my life. Like, I don't have my fucking kids. This is all I know. You have ruined my life, and now I'm drunk and high all day, every day. That's all I know. So I used to go before the judge, and after a while, the judge told me, like, don't even come into her courtroom no more. Her name is Judge Linda Turner. She's some shit. She's a disgusting black woman. Okay, she works on the John Marshall level in the district court. She's some shit. I hope her old ass and her fucking kids and her grandkids watch this video. She'll grandmother some shit. Okay, good. And that's why she's divorced, okay? Because her husband realized that she was some shit. She's going through her divorce when my case came into play. Nasty woman, okay? Oh, Lord have Jesus. Some of y'all niggas need Jesus. So I moved out of my mom's house. In the process, that's how I got pregnant with Seanjari. I met her dad, got pregnant with Seanjari. Moved out of my mom's house, got my own place. Did everything they told me to do, fixed my house up. It got to the point where I had a 2-bedroom apartment. It got to the point where they were like, why do you have 2 bedrooms, Ivy? And I'm like, bitch, motherfucker, ain't we trying to work on reunification? Man, my kids at home? Well, you know, I wouldn't really get a room for them. Listen, I had a room, I had furniture, everything. Like, nigga, this is my son's room. It's like, it wouldn't be appropriate for you to do that. So they would go to court and say, I'm so retarded. I'm so mentally insane that I'm doing shit like setting up a room for my son. Or they said, I'm so selfish with myself. I'm so sick of a person that I intentionally got pregnant to replace my children. It was always something. It was always something. And I never knew what the problem was. But these grandparents in Alabama who didn't want shit to do with Johnny Angel when I gave birth to her in the shelter, oh, they came out the woodwork. We love the kids so much. We just want to help you in your situation. And I'm like, where the fuck y'all been? Because I've been out here busting my ass since I had Johnny Angel. I've been in and out of fucking shelters, you know, in really bad relationships. I've been going through some shit. It's from you people. Not even to call and check and say, hey, how's Johnny Angel doing? John's in the goddamn penitentiary, whatever penitentiary. He's in the fucking pen. You know, and now here you guys come. I don't really trust you like that because you weren't there for me. So they come. And the social workers say, well, let's just get us a try. You're almost done with your classes. We'll give this a try. Let the kids go there because right now my kids in the orphanage. So I'm going to visit my kids in the orphanage. I went to the orphanage when they first took my kids. My sister got them. And that was, yep. And around New Year's, I went to my sister's house. Matter of fact, New Year's Day, I went to my sister's house. I said, listen, let me see my kids. At the time, my sister, she was like bisexual, fucking whatever. Okay? So she had her little lesbian friends in the house. These bitches like to walk around naked and shit. I don't do that. If you're a lesbian and like you buy my products and stuff, to God be the glory. Just know that I'm not you and you not me. Okay? You can feel any kind of way you want to feel about it. Okay? But I don't do that. You know, you're a female, you want to have sex with other females. Don't do that shit in front of your son. Don't confuse the little boy. And definitely don't confuse the little girl. You're confusing fucking people. Just because you live like that, don't confuse no goddamn body else. You keep that shit to yourself. Don't you? That's so fucking. I know little boys whose mamas are gay. Because that's who's in the house. He ain't got no goddamn daddy. You confuse the little boy. You get a boy the impression that, oh well, when I grow up, I could fuck little Jimmy. It's okay. You're not giving him the right concepts in life. So when I'm gonna go to my sister's house and I want to see my kids, she got these fucking dykes walking around your house and shit. I'm like, you got me fucked up. Let me get my kids up out of here. I said, listen, I'll be back. I got Tyree and Johnny, and you damn sure gonna confuse my motherfucking daughter. I'll be back. I'll be back. Don't worry about it. That's probably why some men like to see women get together and do things. Because somebody implemented this shit into society. All right. I said, I'll be back. Don't you know when I got out the house with my kids, this bitch called the police. And told them I took the kids. So then I took them right back to my mama's house because that's where I was still staying. The police came to the house. They were really, really apologetic. They were actually really, really nice. They were like, you know what? You got to take your kids back to social services. And we'll follow you. So they follow me behind me in my car. They follow me downtown to social services, drop my kids off. When I went back to court, that was a whole nother heap of shit. Like, look, Ivy kidnapped her fucking kids from her sister's house. My sister was like, she don't want to have nothing to do with the case. She don't want to do nothing about nothing. She's going to go about her business. I don't give a fuck. You know why? Because your family will fuck you first. There was nobody in my family. My big ass I got a big ass, stupid ass family. My family was on the George Washington plantation. Trust me, he was fucking a lot of us. I got a big ass fucking family. Couldn't nobody do shit for my kids. They didn't even give a fuck. Nothing, okay? I was by myself. I was doing everything I could figure out by myself. My sister couldn't help me. She was in the feds. My other two sisters couldn't help me. They just living their goddamn life. My brother couldn't help me. He was on his way to the fucking feds. My other brother, he just fucking Looney Tune. You know what I'm saying? My daddy, all my daddy could say was, Miss Bones, I'm sorry this happened to you. I'm sorry. I mean, it was so much stuff going on. Wasn't nobody helping me. I was really by myself. So I was doing whatever I could do, whatever I could figure out for myself. And that's what I did. So the Reynolds, that's their name. John and Sandra Reynolds in Talladega, Alabama. They look like the Clumps. Won't be hard to miss them. They came and visited. They did the evaluation on them. Everything was good. They did a house check. Mind you, they live in a fucking trailer. And you know, if people live in trailers, that's fine. But I was born and raised in the North, I had never seen a trailer. I didn't know. I knew Eminem, but I didn't know anything about trailers. Okay, so I was like it's like a house on wheels. Okay, I'm in the South now. I know what trailers are. I know what a double wide is and a single wide. I got you. But there's still some real fucked up trailers in the South. Some of y'all should just give up on that. You live in a fucking aluminum box, like a tuna fish can. Just let it go. But in any event, because I don't want to digress, the kids down there, and we'll see how they like it. These people live in a trailer on a like farmland, so it's like pigs and shit. Okay. At the time, like I said, I'm from the city. You know, I don't have to go out back into the natural life and milk a fucking cow. I don't have to do that. I don't have to go into the pen and get eggs. Like, that's just not how I was raised. So I was like, why are y'all subjecting my kids to this? Like, my son ain't got to pick no goddamn eggs this morning. I was very against it. Okay. But my kids being kids, they thought they was like on a goddamn pet farm. So they was liking it. So when we go to court, they're like, oh, the kids love the visit so much. Woo, 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 woo. The kids came back. I got to visit with my kids with the Reynolds in the room. It was so uncomfortable. Like, when you have your visits with social services, they stare at you the whole time. Like, I don't know, like maybe I was going to open my mouth and fucking flames were going to come out and I was going to set my fucking kids on fire. Okay. We had the visit. And, you know, things happen in between. Like one of the social workers, she was like the parent advocate. And fuck all of them. These bitches get paid to do shit. She came to my house and was talking to me, and they do shit like this. Ivy, I know you deserve your kids. I know, Ivy, I know ain't nothing wrong with you. But bitch, you won't say that in the courtroom. You won't say that before the judge because you value your job. See, I can say whatever I want to say. And you don't ever have to buy from me. You don't have to do anything for me. I can say whatever I want to say, and somebody can knock on my door with some bullshit. It's okay because I'm not going to be dishonest. I'm going to keep it real. I'm going to keep 100 no matter what. I can't worry about somebody because if I swallow my pride and how I feel for else, how's it going to make me feel? And I don't want to feel like shit. I don't want to feel like shit. But if you have to feel like shit at the end of the day, that's on you. I'm not going to let nobody make me feel like no goddamn shit. I felt like shit long enough. So I'm going to say whatever I want to say. And it is what it is. And I feel well rested. See? I feel fine. So they took the kids down there again. This time when they took the kids down there, these niggas, when we went back to court, the judge was like, so where are the kids? And they was like, oh, well, they're still in Alabama. These motherfuckers left my kids in Alabama for almost 2 months. When they got back, when we went back to court again, and they were like, the kids love it down there so much, you know, I recommend that we just leave them down there. I never saw it again. Kids more than 800 fucking miles away from DC. It's a 14-hour goddamn drive. Gone with my fucking kids. It was just me and Seanjari. I had a newborn baby. Johnny Angel got to see Seanjari before they took Johnny Angel and Tyree to Alabama. Johnny Angel was about 18 months old. I didn't see my kids no more for a very, very long time. Okay. Social workers weren't helping me do shit. Okay. They didn't even give a fuck if I was able to go see my kids. So the money I had, because eventually I lost my job in the U.S. government. The first one, I lost that because they said I was going to see the therapist and fucking meetings and classes so much and going to court. I couldn't work. I couldn't put no hours in. I'm a temp. I couldn't put no hours in. So I lost that. So now I'm unemployed. So now their excuse when we go to court is, well, she can't get her kids back anyway. She doesn't have a job. Bitch, when I had one, you wasn't giving me my fucking kids. It's people on welfare right now who fucking their kids up in the motherfucking projects and you don't even give a fuck. Okay? So my kids are gone. It's just me and Seanjari. Still not aware of what the enemy does. Okay, I still didn't know. Okay, but I had another voucher. I had another daycare voucher. Guess what? To this day, well, now I know. But at that time, I still didn't know who called the complaint on me. So I still didn't know that it was the fucking daycare center. I didn't know. No idea that these motherfuckers did this shit to me. Okay, nasty ass fucking white people. All right, they used to get tired of seeing my black ass come up in there every fucking morning, dropping my daughter off and being about my motherfucking paper and going to work every day. No, a lot of people don't want to see you prosper, and it could be black and white people. But in this particular instance, it was some white ass broads up at the fucking Bright Beginners Daycare Center on M Street Northwest, right on the motherfucking corner. They didn't care. Okay, they didn't want to see me doing no goddamn good, let alone have my beautiful kids. And that's just how I feel about the situation. That's just how it is. So. My job ends, and so now I'm getting unemployment. I got unemployment, you know, and I'm taking care of Seanjari, and I still got the little voucher. The daycare center my daughter was going to, you know, people got now you get a voucher, you can babysit in your house. So people come to your house. Never again, y'all need to flush your motherfucking house. You take your babies up in. If you a daycare provider and you feel like you can convert a room in your house to a daycare center, nigga, step your game up, step your money up, and you go open up a separate facility. That's what you need to go do. Especially, you know, your shit ain't on point. And some people don't know that stuff not on point. And you might be taking your baby to somebody's house. You don't know what's in that person's house. You don't even know. You really don't know them. And it's easy to get a voucher to babysit somebody's kids. Don't you see people out here abusing kids in the daycare centers and shit? Fucking your kids up? It's not hard. It's not hard to get a voucher. So you got to be cautious of that, right? That's why I just be like my Tyree just had the grandbaby, and now he got 3 more in the goddamn way. He won't stop fucking. Listen, you bring me my goddamn grandbabies. You're not gonna just be having my babies out here in the street. Hell no. You bring me my grandchild. And I ain't got no leave to beaver Peter penis niggas in my fucking house. I don't live like that. Okay. So she my daughter going to the daycare, Seanjari, and Seanjari was a precious little thing when she came out. Seanjari smelled like a coconut for like her whole first year in life. I don't even know where the fucking coconut smell was coming from because we didn't even use cocoa butter. She smelled like a coconut the whole time. She was cute, laid back, and chill. All I could do was go on eBay and buy all kinds of stuff for my daughter. While I was pregnant, when I was going to work in a U.S. government job, because they laid my ass off right before I gave birth to her, I was on eBay. That's when I learned about eBay. I ordered her whole life off of eBay. Bottles, Pampers, the crib, the mattress, everything was eBay. Okay. So she going to the daycare center, and one day, you know, I'm changing my daughter pamper, and you know how I like to look at your discharge. I look at my daughter's waist. I look at everything that come out in that pamper. And it looked like these long stringy things. As I look at it closer, and it's like oranges, like fucking orange segments. And so I go to the daycare, I'm like, listen, I mean, what you feeding my daughter? And she tell me, she feeding her tangerines. And I'm like, yeah. I said, but I mean, are you pulling the skin, pull the flesh off of the tangerine and giving my daughter what's on the inside? Damn, bitch, my daughter even got no fucking teeth. I mean, bitch, do you have any nutritional facts, or you just reading that motherfucking that they give your ass? You can't give that to my daughter. You fucking crazy. What this hoe do? What this hoe do? Cause see, that's why when it comes to the system and you getting benefits from the system, you don't need that shit. Figure out something else to do. Just go figure out something else. Cause they already think you ain't shit anyway. And all you want to do is depend on the system for every goddamn thing. Find something else to do. So this bitch called social services. Seanjari has more Indian in her than Johnny Angel, but both of them, Johnny Angel's dad is Cherokee. Seanjari's dad is Blackfoot. Seanjari's dad a way stronger gene to Seanjari than John did to Johnny Angel. Okay. And so when Seanjari was born, she was born with Mongolians on her body. Are like these really big green fleshy patches. So like they're like all over her body, and they're really big. Okay. As long as my daughter been going to this fucking daycare center, she calls and tells social services that I'm abusing my daughter so badly that it's bruises all over her body. Who investigates? The same bitches that's already on the case with my kids. So they feel like they about to like this. So this is like fucking field day. And so, you know, I'm really getting irritated. And I realize, you know what? Once you're in the system, you in the system. You're a target. They'll always have their eye on you. They're trying to catch you in something. So they call me and everything, and they was like, well, we gotta take your daughter to the hospital. I said, no, you're not gonna take my motherfucking nowhere. No, see, at this point, you know, I cleaned my life up when I got pregnant with Seanjari. So I got off drugs and stuff. You know, I changed my life around. You know, your ass. And guess what? You already took 2. You got me fucked up if you think you about to take Seanjari. No. That's why it's like, you know what, Your Honor, Ivy seems to be very aggressive. Now I will fuck you up. Even to this day, Ivy's still very aggressive when it comes to her kids. I am. I just have to be a little smarter because I don't want to go to jail. I can't afford to go to jail. Okay. So they was like, well, you can take her. We'll follow you. Please make sure she's in an approved car seat. Bitch, don't talk to me sideways. Remember, I used to make more money than you. I worked a better job than you, and I'm a better person than you. Like, these bras is stingy as shit. Her name is Lakeisha Witherspoon. She looks like a fucking rat in the face. She's dingy as shit. She lives in Baltimore. She's some shit. Okay. We finally get to the hospital. This is how stupid people are. This is like a cultural ignorance. Remember I said, like, black people, sometimes you be culturally ignorant. Ethnically, you're ignorant. We get to the hospital, and the doctors tell them, like, this is such a waste of fucking time. If she was abusing her daughter and the bruises was this big on her body, my daughter would be in so much pain. She couldn't even function. Like, my daughter's 100% happy. They let her know these are Mongolian marks on her. This is from her birth. These will be on her for a significant period of time. Nobody knows when the marks will go away, but over time they should go away. But it takes like years. That's just a part of my daughter's genealogy. We get to court, and the judge says, well, see, Miss Robinson, see how the court system works for you? Bitch, kiss my ass. No, all you guys want to do is take people's kids, and you don't want to help them. You just want to take people's kids so you can auction them off to some goddamn body else. The whole time my other 2 kids are in Alabama, the Reynolds are filing for adoption of my kids. I didn't even know that these fuckers are trying to adopt my kids under my nose, and the whole time they're telling me everything's good, Ivy. Classes, get everything taken care of. She'll get your kids back. And the social workers in DC are encouraging them to file for the petition for adoption. Coming back home. These fucking faggots in Alabama were never going to give me my kids back. Tyree, because Tyree is of no kin to nobody in Alabama. He was of no kin to the father or the mother, because John wasn't even his goddamn daddy. You know, I found out in 2012, I blacked out when I got pregnant with Tyree. Okay, so his daddy was fucking anonymous for 18 fucking years. So he's no kin to none of them. But I didn't want them to separate my kids. The judge told me, she said, you're either going to give your kids up for adoption, relinquish your rights, or you're going to give the renters permanent guardianship because your kids love it there. We go to court. The daycare center finally get the little white boy who went to St. Paul McNamara. They like to get little volunteers and interns, little white kids. He got on the stand and he did say he was swinging Johnny Angel, and he noticed that she started to get uncomfortable. So what he did was set her down on the couch until we can pick her up. So now it's clear that Johnny Angel got nursemaid's elbow from the daycare center. So that's cleared out. I've seen so many motherfucking psychologists that now it's clear there's nothing wrong with Ivy. She's just very, very sad and depressed. And considering the situation that she's been going through, it's only normal that she feels this way. You know what the judge says? Well, you know what? At this point, you know, because I was in court for 4 NBC courts. She said, you know, at this point, it's best that, you know, your kids should stay where they are. So I never got my kids back. I went through hell and hot water. I went through a whole lot of shit. I was on and off drugs. Yes, I was. I did do drugs. I got off of drugs. I cleaned my life up. You know, like saving Isaiah type of shit. It didn't fucking matter. I was never going to get my kids back. And that fucking nut ass bitch ass nigga that's in the feds didn't want me to get Johnny Angel. If nothing else, he did not want me to get Johnny Angel. He wanted her to stay down there with his parents so he could have a part in her life. My daughter's 17, and nigga, you don't come home till 2035, you fucking up faggot. You would never be a part of her life. There's nothing you can help her with when it comes to a man. Nothing. There's nothing you can tell her about being a man. There's nothing you can tell her about when it's time for her to be selective in her choice of men. Nothing at all whatsoever. Family. There's nothing. Okay? You guys are no good. You're not healthy people. So now I see my kids. So now my kids have been in Alabama ever since. My kids just never came back home. All I have is Seanjari. So that's why you never see my other kids with me. This is all I have. Seanjari is all I have. And it just so happens that now my daughter is in a position where juvenile probation is saying, all your daughter wants, Ivy, is to come home. Guess what? My daughter been wanting to come home. They took her from me while I was still nursing her. When they put her in an orphanage, I would go to the orphanage, and when Johnny would come down the steps and see me, first thing she'd do is jump up on my lap, lift my shirt up. Not again. They're like, well, you know what? Can you nurse her in the bathroom? White people at the goddamn orphanage. I'm going to remember what that goddamn name was. But they call it like a Montessori. That's bullshit. It's an orphanage. We go to court. They said that from now on, you can no longer breastfeed your child. They put my daughter on formula. And that fucked my head up. Fucked me up. It fucked me up because nursing with your child is not like I'm just feeding her off the spoon. It's a bonding thing. So Johnny Angel always wanted to come home all the time. And they always abused my daughter. It's just that they were doping her up in the process. So they put Johnny Angel on prescription drugs when she was about 5.5, 6 years old. That's how long they doped my daughter up. They doped up Tyree too. They doped his ass up too. But Tyree was older than Johnny. So he was in a position where he was like, fuck it, I'm not going to take these pills. He's a pill popper too. Because it's not good. They didn't put anything in place for my kids. They were just, the rentals were doing it for a fucking check. My kids went to them in a fucking trailer to a big ass house. A house that size in DC is about 1.2. That's the going price for that house. That's what they did. They lived off of them. There's so many people want to be in the foster care system. They want to be foster parents. They're doing it for a fucking check. Check. They weren't getting an Alabama check. In Alabama, the most you're gonna get if you foster a child is about $300 a month. No, they're gonna get a DC foster care check. And when they first got my kids, it was $26 a day per child. And that was years ago. When I go visit Alabama, I can go visit Alabama on a broke day for me, and I'm still gonna live good. If I was to shut down my shop here in South Carolina and relocate my business to Alabama, ain't shit down there. They still got goddamn cotton fields down there. Ain't nothing down there for no black people. It's nothing. The cost of living is very, very low. Because when the Civil War ended, trust and believe, the South was already fucked up. The North was already progressive. And if you look at the South, it's still not progressive. Because they never thought that the slavery was going to end. So they didn't give a fuck. They were keeping the money amongst themselves and chilling. And that's what the white people still do today. And they still enslave your black kids today. So if you go to Alabama, ain't shit down there. Ain't nothing for the black kids. And the white judges and the white court system in the South don't give a damn about your black babies. Because the same judge that I'm going to for my daughter right now is the same judge who I've been going to for all of these goddamn years. He been knew my daughter was being abused. And he never did anything. Social services knew my daughter was being abused and never did anything. They knew my son was being abused, never did anything. Nothing. When I was going before the judge, I said, listen, my son is in a gang. Like my son, G. Chester, you know, he rap and all that. They put my son in that position. They put him in that position. They didn't give a fuck. So my son got a rap sheet before he's even out of fucking high school. So you already fucked my son up. He has a stupid ass rap sheet. You know, it's hard to get things in life when you got a rap sheet. That's your strike against you, right? So the same judge who I'm going to saying, listen, you know, my son, I'm seeing my son getting initiated in fucking gangs. I see my son doing this shit. I see my son throwing up his sets. I see my son wearing the fucking bandanas. I see this shit. I see it on fucking social media. When I go before the judge and tell him this, my son's still in high school. The judge's like, no, he's okay. And the Reynolds fucked up faggots like, Ivy's just tripping, you know, like they said she's retarded, Your Honor. The same judge that see my son right now, my son on papers right now. So all this time you knew my son was catching charges. And I was coming to you all these fucking years. I've been paying money out of my pocket all of these years. And you knew the whole time. You knew that I was telling you the truth about my kids. You white, racist, fucking up faggots. I hope he has an infection in his mouth right now. I hope that motherfucker stays right there in his mouth. That's disgusting. That is the system that we live in. That the people in the system do not care about your children. And I'm not just saying, well, because it's black versus white. I'm sure some white kids in the system fucked up too. Some trailer park trash ass up in the system too. That's just how it is. But I'm not speaking on them, okay? I'm not speaking on them. My kids, because I can speak on my kids, the system did them no good. You fucked my kids up. All you did was fuck my kids up. So now Thursday was coming. Johnny Angel was coming to see her mama. I was gonna have my daughter for the whole holiday weekend. Tyrese said he was going up here too because Trina's supposed to be today Sunday. Trina here. Ain't nobody gonna see her goddamn ass. My son already met Trina. He was supposed to open up for her in Greenville, and he was just like, "Fuck it, mama." He doesn't care. But I was like, "We just gonna go anyway. We're not doing anything." They dampened my daughter's birthday more than anything. Like, you already depressing my child. You already beating on my child in hospital. And they doing stupid stuff. So hopefully by Tuesday, you know, I can deal with that. On top of that, I ran out of goddamn tea bags, okay? I don't have no tea bags right now. We got plenty of stirrers. We don't have no tea bags, okay? I have to order my tea bags. I don't have them in my house. So because we ran out of tea bags, I couldn't ship off anything to anybody, okay? So yeah, and today's Sunday. Ain't nothing getting shipped on Sunday. So, and then tomorrow's a holiday. So I told Jar, I said, let's go drive around town and see if we can find some tea bags, because a lot of you people, and the following day, you'll be like, where's my package? I'm like, God damn, you didn't order this shit from God. So it's not going to fall out the fucking sky on your front porch, lady. 3 days shipping. That means when I get it to the post office, okay? And yeah, I got a lot of stuff already batched up, but sometimes you can ask me for something and I still have to rebatch. I'm constantly batching. You know, and it be those people who press me out. Like, as soon as you order, like, you press me out. And sometimes I know you excited. You're like, damn, finally, I'm about to lose my pussy. Yeah, that's what's up. Thank you. But some people, you press me out after you order, and you be the same people that when you get your kit, you inbox me and be like, what is this? What is this? And I'm like, damn, but you press me out for your kit like you know what the fuck is about to get. You don't even take the time out to still go educate yourself. It's buying a kit for me, not like buying a nigga. You just can't wait to get them so you can fuck. No. When you buy a kit from me, you still have to go get your education. You still want to do some tuning in, watch some videos, read up. I have a lot of information on my website because I got people still inboxing me, showing me my fucking soap, asking me, what is this? I got people inboxing me saying, I ordered a kit from you, but it didn't have tea. And I'm like, let's do rule of elimination. Tell me everything you have. But you know, when they get to the tea, they be like, and I got a Yoni steam. That's not what you ordered. But that tells me that you really don't know what you're doing. You're not paying attention. You don't follow me on social media. You're not trying to stay educated. Like, don't buy my stuff because you're just excited. Like, know what you're doing. Know what you're doing, because guess what? If you didn't know that was soap that I sent you, I know you're not educated up here. You ain't reading. You're not taking the time out. You do not. You know what I'm saying? Like, dang. And when you file a claim on PayPal because you ain't get your package, I just like, oh, well, that's on you. That's on you because you already impatient. So, you know, you gotta respect me, and I try my best to please everybody. It's one of me, and man, it's a boatload of pussy. That's why we're doing our classes. That's really why we're supposed to go live on Sunday, so I can educate women. You know what? I like this. I like what I'm learning. I enjoy using Seanjari Preeti products. I want to be able to share this with somebody else, so I can get some people to help me, so I can focus on some other things. Not only that, Tuesday come and Johnny Angel come home. Listen, my life about to go into another paradigm shift because I got to recondition my daughter. She's 17 years old. I got to recondition my daughter. Like, that's not easy. It's not going to be easy because granted, we can both be happy. You know, we can embrace that time, but embedded trauma takes time. You know, it takes a lot of time. So I still have these different aspects of my life that I have to work on. So I hope people take the classes. I hope you do. I hope you take the classes. That's not a newsletter. If you subscribe to the university website, you'd see it. Let me see. Let's see. This is it right here. You should be able to come and take the classes right here. See this? Because a lot of people are coming down here and you're hitting this. You only hit this button down here for buy now if you say, you know what, I'm ready to go ahead and take my class. Like, this class is for like, this is our STD chlamydia class. If it's going to take you a whole month to take the class, that's fine. But you do take the class, you get your certification, and you get some other things along with it, because you want to put yourself in a position where you can educate somebody, right? When you come to the site, what a lot of people are doing is they're down here clicking buy now. Click this right now. Right now, you want to go up here, you want to click login, sign up. You want to sign up for classes. When you sign up, then I can send you information. But if you don't sign up, there's not too much I can do for you because I don't have your information in my system, right? So you can sign up through Facebook or Google. That's only if you really want them to pretty much be privy to your life. But otherwise, you can just go over here. Let me see if I can sign up. Oh, hold on. This is what be crazy. Let's see. Oh, email's already taken. What? Okay. Let's try another email. Yes, your member login request has been sent and is awaiting approval. The site administrator will notify you via email once your request is approved. Okay, cool. I'm going to go on the back end and I'm going to approve your request. Then once I approve your request, you'll have access to a portion of the university site. Yeah, but not all of it. You have to have the access. You won't be able to access all the tabs on the site because these are classes. So you want to be able to go and you want to do the sign up, because when you do the sign up, then when we go live again, then you can this is my chlamydia class. Because this is what I was doing today. We were going to do the class on chlamydia, but I can't do it right now just because I have a whole lot of other things on my plate. But anyway, this is the chlamydia. This is the chlamydia outline. So we were going to do this first, which is a really good one. Chlamydia. So you take all your classes. you do the test, and once you do the test, that's it. Like this is a no-brainer, because you want to be able to educate somebody else. You want to know what it looks like on a man, and you want to know what it looks like on a woman. Okay? Because you got to be careful. So anyway, we'll take you through the classes, you get your education, you get your certification, right? That's what we need for people to do. So pretty much that's it. You just need to go to the university, which is the schoolofwombhealing.org. Go to the university, sign up classes, because I need some help. Like, I really need some help. She said, get their faces. I'll try, baby, but let me get my child first, because they already don't like Ivy. Like, I already have a bad curse on me. Just keep that in mind. Go ahead, because starting like next Sunday and the Sunday thereafter, if you're not registered through the university, when I go live, you won't even get to stream. You'll be tuning in, and it's going to say it's not available to you. Because at this point, some of the information I'm giving out, you're really not privileged to it. Educational standpoint, I'm not really supposed to give it to you. So I don't want to put myself in a position where I'm jeopardizing my business. I don't want you to be in a position where you feel like you may be jeopardizing something. And I don't know how long I'm gonna be able to offer the education. So you got to get it as much as you can. Even if you say, you know what, I don't think I'm gonna be a distributor right now. That's fine. Maybe 10 years down the road, you might say, you know what, I got this education and I'm feeling real good. Let me go ahead and, what I can do with that old rusty nail. But you want to get as much information, get as much notes, get as much as possible. Put yourself in that position where you can help somebody, even if it's for yourself. Even if you tested positive for something, you going through something, or you may have daughters or sons, anything. Educate yourself so you can educate somebody else. Don't wait till your baby's sick in the goddamn clinic. Don't do that. Get your education now. So you can fix your babies up. Okay. So that's pretty much it. I've been live for a long time. I'm just gonna read through my comments real quick. I do have the cracked screen galaxy, so you gotta take your time with it. Okay. And yeah. Oh, you win, Keys the Goddess. Okay, good. Good. That's good you're in, baby. What? Miss Carter said, WTF. That's where's the food. Baby, I'm hungry too. Yeah, I don't mess with my family like that. Miss Just a Revelation. Well, it wasn't just her. David Massar, and there was a lot of people, but it's not good because these are the people. These people are no good. Yeah, the social working system, like, yeah, he was mad because I said his kid's work was up. I didn't like Dr. David Massar. But at our last court hearing, he specifically told the judge, well, we don't see anything. They diagnosed with being bipolar. Okay. And now all of a sudden being bipolar is cool. Okay. People give you all kinds of diagnoses. If he says bipolar, narcissistic with borderline personality feature disorder. So I'm just like all fucked up. I don't know who I want to be, where I want to be. Narcissistic, which means I'm extremely selfish. It's all about me. / Mussolini, I look at pussy all day. That ain't mine. Okay. Newsflash, no person is 100% happy their entire life. People go through the extremes sometimes. They go up and down. And considering the situation you put me in, I had no reason but to be down. And I would struggle very hard to try to be happy, hence the pills. Okay. But that was the diagnosis that they gave me. I felt like murder was the case that they gave me. That Snoop song, it was Snoop back in the day. So anyway, when I went to court, the last time I went to court, Dr. David Massar was there. That we can rule out her diagnosis of being bipolar. We can rule those things out. But whatever's wrong with her, she just needs to go and fix it. Basically, they just said, fuck her. Because our job is done here. Go pay homage to your God. Go pay homage to whatever God you worship in this corrupted system. Go pay homage to him because you're doing his work. And you felt like your work was done. So here it is, 17. Seanjari is 14. I know for a fact that 14 years of my life, I haven't had my children. I watched my children grow up in the system, in the foster care system, and I watched the foster care system fuck my kids up year after year after year. That's why my business is Seanjari Preeti. That's why my soaps is Johnny Angel Mariah. That's why my crystals is Chesterian Red. Because no matter what happens, guess what? No matter what somebody say about me, it's about my kids. I do anything for my kids. And if something should happen to me, my kids are good. My kids are taken care of. Because the judicial system, social services, you didn't do a motherfucking thing for my kids. There's no child who comes out of the system and they say, oh, wow. And these kids are set for life. No the fuck. Because I was in a group home too. I was in the system too. I had a social worker too. They didn't give a fuck about me. When I was in the group home, they didn't give a fuck about me in that group home. Hell no. They didn't give a fuck about none of the girls who was in that group home. They don't care. It's just another fucking job for these people. When I went to the group home, when my parents said they didn't want me, the first group home they put me in, the Fedora Center, Mr. Nathaniel Bay, who was one of the workers there, he was having sex with me while I was on my period. Like I was a little girl. But I didn't want to be in a group home by myself and alone. I felt like I needed some type of protection. And so if being with him was going to protect me, that's what I was going to do. And that's what I did. That's what I did. There's a lot of people doing that. There's a lot of people in the system sleeping with the kids in the system. Yep. His name is Nathaniel Bay. He's one of the Bays. Old ass look like Sammy Davis Jr. right about now. Yep. So yeah, you guys are good. Everybody's good. I can let you guys go. It's okay. You guys should be good. You know, you always can go on there and check everything out. Log in, hit the login sign up button so I can have your email address, because we do go live again Sunday and it's going to be for the chlamydia class. Word to the wise, VV is still a sexually transmitted infection. Tell all your friends that. And if it wasn't sexually transmitted, little kids will get it too all the time. And if it wasn't sexually transmitted, you would have to get a prescription for it. You could just go to the store and get Monistat 7 over the counter for yeast infection. Okay? Please let people know that. And if you keep catching it, you'll get pelvic inflammatory disease. You should be taking medicine for at least 30 days if you keep catching it, because you need a stronger dosage. However, if you're taking it, you're taking the medicine and you're still catching it, it's because you're fucking that same nigga. Just want to keep that in mind, okay? Because I still got women coming to me about BV and it's still new to them. And I'm like, hold on. We don't need that, okay? And I can say that you do your back-to-back treatments. If you're doing back-to-back cleanses, a lot of y'all get the pearls, only do one. And you be like, I'm gonna wait till my next period. No. You're doing your back-to-back cleanses. You got waste up there, dead cells from whatever. It could be a whole lot of it, especially like if you had an STD or BV, or you got the herpes virus or the human papilloma virus. Those systems are faster. They're replicating faster. They're killing off your cells way, way faster than I normally would have my cells to shed every 28 days. It's really, really fast. And what I shed every 28 days cannot compare to what your vagina will shed or what your womb would shed when it's infected. So you can't just say, I'm gonna put one pearl in and I'm good for the go. No, you have to go back to back. So as soon as you do your first cleanse and that waste comes out, you saw what just came out of your vagina. You don't want it to come out no more. So you gotta do the cleanse again. You see what came out your vagina. You don't want it to come out no more. You do your cleanse again. And you're gonna notice that as you're doing it, you're improving. Your waist is improving, okay? Your colors are changing, okay? Because you have to create a more healthy environment for your womb. Her womb is not stable. The condition is not good. The environment is unhealthy. Just like the planet Earth, our ecosystem is fucked up, right? All the pollutants that go into the air, it corrodes the earth. It makes the earth really bad. So there are things that we have to do to take the pollutants out of the earth. There are things we have to stop doing. We have to go through a cleansing process. The earth itself will get sick and go through a cleansing process. That's why sometimes you end up having acid rain. There's so much filth in the air. Precipitation causes us to get acid rain. Or there's a hole in the fucking ozone layer. You know what I'm saying? You can mess things up. You can mess up something's natural ecosystem. Catching STDs, catching infections will mess up your ecosystem. You have to cleanse yourself. You got to cleanse yourself. You got to get it all out. All that discharge you see on my Instagram. Nigga, you got to get that out of you. Otherwise, you're just living in filth, like you swaddling in filth. You have to get all of that out of your body. people come to the site and buy one pearl. Trust me, it's not a goddamn magic bullet, baby. It's not like it's not a 12 gauge shotgun. It's more like a 22. Like a 22. Okay. So you want to try to get a few more bullets. Okay. We try to clean you out. Some of y'all got the Loch Ness monster down there, baby. Come on now. You got to work with a sister. All right. So y'all be good. And I will see you all next Sunday. Just keep my family in your prayers that my family comes out of the bondage that they're in. Like specifically, well, I mean, hell, all of us are in bondage. But right now, I'll be damned if they try to say because something's wrong with Ivy or something's wrong with Ivy's mother, that the same thing is wrong with Johnny Angel. I'd be damned if they try to commit my motherfucking daughter to the system. Like, see, I don't want to go down that path. I don't want to go down that path. Man, I used to always say I wish I had some type of magical powers. The only power I got is how to snap pussies back. You can do this, Ivy. Snap these pussies back. If God would have gave me something else, but he didn't. So I'm just grateful for what he gave me. So if you powerful people out there, nothing but homage and blessings to you. Just release my baby. Like, for real. Like, just release my baby. That's all I ask, that you do whatever you can. Just like, release my baby. So anyway, I don't want to get emotional today. Like, changes anyway. Like, look at me this morning. Like, I was just like, let me just please do whatever I got to do to make sure I get online. So y'all be good. Hang in there. You want to call my phone and things of that nature, you can. I'll answer now. Yeah, you guys just be good. And if you just be good, like be good and hang in there. And I will see everybody on Sunday. I mean, like, I'm still on social media and stuff like that. I'm just going through some things, you know. So just be good for me. God bless you too, sweetheart. Yeah, you guys be good, okay? And I said, if something comes up, just hit me up. You all pretty much, everybody knows my telephone number. Trust me, everybody knows Ivy's telephone number by now. So you have my number, and you have yeah, I know you didn't receive your order, Miss Coco Cubana, and I already know you filed a claim against me with PayPal, Miss Coco Cabana. And you know what, Miss Coco Cabana? This is not the Coco Cabana. So yeah, you just gotta, you know what? When I get my tea bags, I will put your tea bag with your stuff, and I'll ship you your kit. And I mean, it is what it is. Like, god damn, I should be like, goodness. And then some of the people were so mean to me. You be so mean to me when you go through your ordering process, and then when you get your order, you try to call me like, oh my god, woo woo woo, and I'm like, damn, you just dragged me through the fucking dirt out here in this world. Obviously, we're not exposed to. Like, there's some really weird people out here. I don't understand it. I don't understand it at all. I mean, good Lord. You guys give God a hard-ass job. And he's pretty powerful. Anyway, y'all got to go, okay? Y'all be good. Get off the line. Be good. Get off the line so I can hit the stop broadcast button, because I won't shut up. So great. Oh, yeah. This is Ivy signing off. Keep your pussy right. Keep your pussy tight. That's what I'm supposed to say at the end of every broadcast, okay? And do you, boo-boo. Do you. So, yeah, get off of here. She off the hook. And that just don't make no sense, man. Like, I just don't. Listen, y'all don't be harassing them goddamn doctors when he fucking your pussy up. Do y'all be gonna see our doctor saying, listen, doc, my pussy been fucked up for this many months now? No, you don't say shit. You don't even say nothing to the nigga that fucked your pussy up. You just keep letting him fuck it up. I tell all my hoes, fuck it up, fuck it up. That's what y'all be saying. So yeah, y'all gotta get off my line though. Y'all gotta hang up. Yeah, thank you. Bye, Leah. Bye, Miss Carter and Keys the Goddess and Southern Sweet Tea and the Revelation. The Revelation go hard and paint. And Miss Carter and Gia Jenkins and Tyra. Hi, sweetheart. You guys be good, okay? And Honey Cortez and LaCosha Benson, the TF. And yeah, you guys be good, okay? And I'll see you later, all right?